Good morning, Lordstown 5th grade. This is Mr. Ratell coming at you with lesson 13.1, order of operations. Hopefully this is a review for a lot of us. You should have seen it some in 4th grade, so that's going to help out. So we're going to start with our acronym that we're going to be using. All right, and our acronym is PEMDAS for order of operations. This stands for parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. And we can use the saying, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, to help us remember an order, okay? So we have parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, or subtract. And you'll notice that I have an or in between multiply or divide. And I'll explain that a little bit more here in a couple seconds. So in solving and using order of operations, the first thing we do is we have to answer our parentheses. Now parentheses, you guys know, kind of look like two half circles, okay? We also have to solve brackets, which is like if you cut a square in half, it's two squares, okay? And then we have braces, and these are the kind of weird, like a parenthesis with an arrow, parenthesis with little arrow, parenthesis, okay? And you'll be able to find this on page 538 in your workbook as well. There's a little orange box that also show this in the pictures to you, so while you're working on your work, you'll be able to see that. Our second step we do is exponents. Remember, 9 is our base number, 4 would be our exponent. So this means we would take 9 times 9 times 9 times 9, not 9 times 4. You would not get 36 here. You'd have to take 9 and multiply it 4 times. The nice thing in a lot of 5th grade problems, we're not going to see too many exponents. I will possibly give you some as practice, but you won't see them too often. But it's important for you to know, because next year with Mr. Barrett, you will be seeing exponents. All right, so step 3, we have multiply or divide. So it just means you solve the multiplication or the division problem. Step 4, you have the add or subtract. So you either add or subtract in that order. All right, so multiply, divide, you would do third, add or subtract, you would do fourth, following those steps. So here I have a star that says complete steps 3 and 4 in order of left to right. So in our problem, whatever comes first, multiply or divide, in our problem, we would do first. So like a quick example, if we have 4 divided by 2 times 3, we would divide 4 divided by 2 first before you would do 2 times 3. All right, and for an example y, 4 divided by 2 is 2, times 3 would be 6. If we went 2 times 3, you would get 6. Well, 4 divided by 6 would give you a fraction, okay? So big difference in answers if we're not following the order of operations. So either multiply or divide, whichever comes first, left to right, okay? And that's the same with step number 4 when we're adding or subtracting. Whatever comes first, left to right, we would solve. So first thing you would do is 9 minus 3 would get 6, plus 4 would be 10, minus 1 would be 9, okay? So that's what that or is there for. That doesn't mean multiplication comes first, left to right. It just means whichever one comes first, left to right, we solve. All right? So moving on, I'm going to complete 2 examples for you. The first example I'm going to complete is number 3 on page 539. So that's number 3 on page 539. In this problem, you'll see it has brackets and parentheses, okay? So we'll write this problem number 3, page 539. All right, so you'll see your bracket, and you have 7 times with a parenthesis, 6 minus 1, parenthesis, and bracket, plus 100, okay? So remember, we go back to step 1, and the first thing we have to do are parentheses. So in my parentheses, I have 6 minus 1. So 6 minus 1, I know equals 5. I like to bring everything else down. So I bring my times 7 in my brackets plus 100. So this is still under my parentheses. Remember, brackets, parentheses, braces are all step 1. So we do 7 times 5, which gives us 35. Bring down my plus 100. And we solve the 35 plus 100, and we get 135. All right? And if we look at it, it kind of ends up being a nice little upside down triangle with our work when we're done, bringing each step down nice and neatly. All right? Making sure we bring everything down nice and neat. Also making sure we write our problem correctly right off the bat. Those are simple mistakes that happen. All right, so number 6, we're gonna now move on with that problem. So number 6 on page 539. So number 6 shows us braces. So remember, like a little parenthesis, arrow, parenthesis, bracket, parenthesis. In our parentheses, we have 4 times 3, our parentheses end, divided by 2 with our bracket, plus 3 in our braces, and then at the end we have a times 6. So first thing we do is look at our first step, which we know is parentheses, which is 4 times 3, which is 12. I like to bring everything else down. Divided by 2 in our brackets, plus 3 in our braces, times 6. So my next step, 12 divided by 2, this equals 6. So now I'm done with my brackets. So I just have my braces left. Times 6. So now I can do 6 plus 3, which I know is 9, times 6 is 54. All right, so just following those order of operations. Hopefully this helps out, kind of jogs your memory from seeing this before. If you guys have any questions, be sure to comment below or email me, and you can also message me in Google Classroom. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope this helps out, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.